Hi, I'm Jeff. And if you have not seen my last video, I hope you can see it because today I'm going to talk about country X. Now, this would be a case study in which I would discuss a recent event that took place in country X. Now, country X is currently divided into two factions, the orange factions and the blue faction. Currently, the blue faction is very small and the orange faction is pretty large. This faction is currently pretty evil and is committing murders. And obviously, since this is the second faction, this faction is getting killed. Yeah. Now let's talk about Country X current situation. So yeah, Country X is currently ruled by a orange man. This man is a what I call is a dictator. And since he is a dictator, his proud Gestapo goons, which are roaming around the street of Country X, are pretty proud and committing crimes. Now, just 2 weeks ago, Country X, innocent woman who was obviously blue and had three kids, was murdered by this Gestapo. Yeah, this Gestapo murdered an innocent woman, shot her down in her own car, and then she was labeled a terrorist, a crackhead, and what nonsense they could have spread, they spread against her. Well, now, today, in the morning, there was another blue man. Now, these Gestapos are going house and house, arresting innocent folks, destroying lives and livelihoods, and killing innocent men, decided to invade a city. And this honest blue man decided to confront them. Yeah, but that was his biggest mistake. Because in country X, there is no more law, there is no more constitution, because it is currently ruled by Gestapo. There's one more thing that you must know about Gestapo. Gestapo is sissy, scared, and crybaby. They say they are pretty tough, but they are just scared and crybaby asses who are looking for a chance to kill innocent blue men. Yeah, that is their definition. They look pretty tough. They carry multiple guns and they call themselves Gestapo and strong dudes and all this kind of shit. But actually, they are sissy and scared. So yeah, this innocent man pulled out a camera. Yeah, a camera, a fucking camera in front of Gestapo. Now Gestapo is honestly belongs to a dictator, and since Gestapo can't take anybody bashing their cameras in front of them, holding their guns and arsenal weapons, and anybody who stand against a dictator is definitely going to be crushed. So that's what they did. The Gestapo surrounded him. First, they took away his phone, took away his weapon, and that was a constitutional weapon that the country allowed. That man was carrying. It was arrested. He was forced on the street and then smashed by these Gestapo goons who surrounded him, beated him, and after that, they pinned him down and shoot him. Yeah, Gestapo is pretty scared. They are scared. They're scared to their soul. And that's why Gestapo is going killing around folks because innocent folks scared the hell out of them. I mean to say, most of these Gestapo belongs to the Orange faction, and you have to know one thing about the Orange faction. The Orange faction is scared as hell. They can't handle confrontations, even if the confrontation is from an innocent mother or from a man who was working as a nurse. Yeah, this man who was shot down by Gestapo, this blue man was actually a nurse. Yeah, he was a nurse. I mean to say, a nurse is a pretty dangerous person. I mean to say, they help all these patients and all these folk. No, nobody want to be confronting a nurse. I mean to say, they have scissors and all these kind of things. They help doctors and all these kind of surgeries and shit. You can't be messing with a nurse, and they carry such deadly weapons. They can give us fucking CPR. I mean to say, it is all against the Gestapo. I mean to say, if you are Gestapo, you need what an innocent man looks like to a Gestapo. Very first thing, the Gestapo innocent man is an orange man who carries a orange flag of country X, wears a orange hat and say, "All hail the mighty orange lord." Yeah, mighty orange lord should be hailed. Yeah. So after their crybaby act and their sissy act, they murdered innocent men who could have done something in his life and was already doing something in life, could have achieved more. But yeah, Gestapo decided to pin him down. So, well, this is a pretty short video, not a long thing. I just want to ask a question. If you are living in country X, why not speak against Gestapo? Why not speak against Gestapo? You should be speaking against Gestapo because the honest part is these Gestapo, who are actually orange men, are looking for blue men who are of not their kind. Yeah, they differentiate blue men and call them aliens. And yeah, blue men are pretty much quite a lot in number, so they are looking for the blue men. But if any orange man stands with a group of blue men, then Gestapo can't take it. Gestapo can't take it. Gestapo just openly pinched up, confront them with their gun. I mean to say, all the orange lords that are behind this Gestapo hail that. I mean to say, they are trained with that. If anybody stands against them, that's the line. They are blue. Even if you are orange and you stand with blue, then you obviously become blue. The past two murders that the Gestapo has committed were actually of orange men who were just standing for the blue men. Yeah. So if you are a blue man, then it's better that you don't stand. And if you stand in front of Gestapo, then stand in a large number because Gestapo is pretty sissy and they will kill you. So that is what Gestapo is currently doing. And that is what I was discussing. I mean to say, if you are living in country X, how the hell are you living in country X? Because if I was living in country X, I would be dead scared. Very first thing, because I don't know when Gestapo would knock on my fucking door and say, "Pull out your papers, or I will shoot you." I will shoot you. There is no warrant. Gestapo can do a unlawful search, and they can practically do anything. Tomorrow, if Gestapo rapes a person, tomorrow Gestapo rapes a person and say it was just an unlawful blue alien, then I would say Gestapo lords would cheer it out. I mean to say, yeah, yeah, that is what Gestapo is supposed to do. Gestapo is supposed to bash the X flag and tell everyone that their fascism, that yeah, the Gestapo is the Lord, Gestapo is the Lord. That is what happening. It really irritates me that in a particular country that says that we are a democratic country has saw two murders of innocent men and women both. The last woman was declared a crackhead, and this time a person who was a nurse is declared a terrorist. Yeah, declaring a man as terrorist, a mother as a crackhead. Now, I mean, to Gestapo is doing their propaganda in a pretty great way. But if you are someone from country X, it is time to take a stand because you don't know the next time when you are pulled out of your car, even though you are an orange man, you might be shot down because your orange lord has no loyalty to you. His only loyalty is to himself. So always remember to whom you have to stand against and to whom you don't have to. So yeah. Well, anyway, I would just like to add some more questions. The first question is, if you are in country X, do you wish to live here? Here. Now, if you belong to the orange man faction, if you belong to the orange man faction, and if you find my video pretty hateful and all this kind of thing, then honestly, it doesn't matter to me. The only question that I have for you is, what could have been changed? What could have been changed? Because the last two murders were not of the blue men; they were of the orange men, or orange men who just not supported your ideology. That's why he was shot down. I don't think that this country that you say that you are pretty proud of your orange heritage and all your orange forefathers built this country. I don't think so that your forefather would be any proud of this particular kind of killing spree that you're doing against your fellow orange men. Well, anyway, I won't like to live in country X. And if you could have guessed the country X name, then definitely mention the name. and you could suggest a topic about the next country that I should be talking about. Thank you for watching.